All right, here's another old trick. Frankly, most card tricks are old, especially these self-working or semi-self-working card tricks. Card tricks that I think are pretty easy to do are usually old. There's not a lot new under the sun. However, there's a lot of new ideas in performing them and things you can add to them. It's a little bit like a recipe, right? Card tricks are like recipes, I think. You can take somebody else's recipe, change it up a little bit, make it unique, and make it, fit your style or whatever. This is one of those. You may recognize this if you've been around card magic, but here's a little slight twist on it, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a deck of cards, and this deck is also, this box is also going to play a role in the trick. So I'm going to hand that to somebody. Just keep your eye on it. Don't let me get to that box. It's going to matter later. In the meantime, we're going to take this deck and make sure it's a shuffle deck, which we will do right now. And you do want to shuffle the deck up. Give it a good shuffle and maybe some overhand cuts like this. Now, what we're going to ask our spectator to do is we're going to say, we're going to cut the deck. And I want you to decide where we cut the deck because we're just going to work with a small packet of cards. And I want you to decide what that packet is. So whenever we cut a deck, I tell my spectator, I take this part of the deck, put it on the table, and we put the bottom half on top. That cuts the deck. That's what we're going to do. You're going to decide where we cut the deck. So they'll say stop somewhere, stop right there. Okay, so this half goes down, this one goes on top of that, and now you've cut the deck wherever you want. That's important because we want to use a packet of random cards, specifically 9 cards. Okay, so we're going to count out, we got 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, like that. Okay, we don't need the rest of the deck. We're just going to use a rectangle of 9 random cards from a shuffle deck, cut where you prefer they be cut. Oh, let's turn some of them face up. That's the other thing about this trick. We're going to work with face up, face down cards. It's going to be messy, but fun. Okay. Now, if I had a spectator here, I would point out that we have 4 sides to this rectangle of cards. This would be side 1, 2, 3, and 4. They could call out a number. I don't have anybody here to do that. So we use the magic of a die and we get a 6, which is not a number between 1 and 4. So I'm going to do it again. And we got a 4. So remember 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to take the 4th side. We're going to flip some cards over. Some are upside down, some are right side up. Doesn't matter. We're going to mix them up this way. Another number, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's roll the dice again. We got a 1 this time. This is side 1, so we're going to fold them in like that. One more time. Let's see what happens. A 1, 2, 3, or 4. Somebody calls out a 6. Say, nope, that's not right. But 3 works. 1, 2, 3. So side 3 is going to go in like this. Then I'm going to tell or ask my spectator, we got one more move. Do we flip these on top of these or these on top of those? Your choice completely. What would you like to do? Either way, let's say they want to do this. Okay, so we've got it. One more thing. We've got this packet of upside down, right side up cards. We're going to give them one final cut. Okay, we've done. Let's recap. Shuffle deck. Mixed it up good. You decided where we cut the cards. We took those 9 cards, laid them out, face up, face down, and then we mixed them up again, face up and face down, every different which way, based on the numbers you chose. So let's see what happened to these 9 cards. Should be something rather mysterious. Should be some upside down and some right side up. And here we have, oh my goodness, what a weird coincidence. All the cards are face up except for 1. I guess that can happen, sort of coincidental. But what would really be weird is if this card was, oh yeah, if it was the King of Hearts. I'll tell you why that's weird. Because it's the only upside down card in the deck. And the whole time, I had a box over here that you were watching, and inside this box is a prediction in the form of a card from another deck. Nothing else in there except the blue card from another deck that happens to be, you won't believe it, the King of Hearts. Oh, that's got to be more than a coincidence. That's got to be magic. Okay, now let me show you how that works. This is super easy, self-working for the most part. I mean, you can do it self-working. I did a slight bit of sleight of hand, but not much. And this is just it's a force, obviously. So what I did is I and you don't have to do it this way. You can write down the card that, there's a lot of different ways to do this trick. You can write down the card ahead of time, put it on a piece of paper or whatever. You can even decide what the force heart's going to be in the middle of the trick if you want to. I'll explain that to you in a second. I like to do it the way I just did. So I'll explain that. So fold it up, King of Hearts in the box. The deck goes in the box. And then when we take it out, we leave it in there, blah, blah, blah. Now, obviously I needed to force the King of Hearts on them, so I kept it on the top of the deck. And if you roll the tape back and see when I spread them out, that King of Hearts started off right there and it was there the whole time. It never changed because I did one of these. This is a fake. It's a real shuffle, but I'm retaining the King of Hearts, something I use all the time. It's this thing. So you can do that. You just get away with that. And I can't say the M word, I don't think, on YouTube. Anyway, you can get away with a lot doing that. And then you know, you're just basically shuffling while you're talking. But here's the part that I added, which I think is kind of a good little convincer. I explain to them they're going to cut the deck, and I show them what cutting looks like. Remember, my force card's on top. And I say, when we cut the deck, we're going to take this half, put it on the bottom, and the bottom half on the top. That will cut the deck. Well, my King of Hearts is there, so I want to do that slip cut force. So here's what I did. You say stop, they'll say stop, and I'm going to go like this. And in doing this, it gives me a chance to go, this part goes on the table, but this part goes on top. And what I really did was I retained that King of Hearts, okay? So for those of you in the back seat, in the back row, at the cheap seats or whatever, here's what I'm doing. King of Hearts on top. When I go like this, you say stop. I'm doing that same move. When I cut the deck, I'm retaining that King of Hearts like this. I'm going, okay, this half of the deck goes on the bottom, and now this goes on top. And I just basically did a slip cut force. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. Just shuffle the deck all you want. I even did one of these, if you remember. I really shuffled the deck. I just kept that card on top. That's very convincing for people. Do a couple of these, and you're ready to go. I like the idea of them cutting it because I want to emphasize that they chose the 9 cards. So it is a good way to do that, all right? So you could also you could probably get away with a crisscross force. You go like this, cut the deck wherever you want, go like this, make them look away for a second and remind them what happened. Say, let's see where you cut the deck. And then you would take these 9 cards, which is actually a crisscross force. However you want to do that, the other 8 cards don't matter. You just need the King of Hearts to be part of the 9. So you can do that lots of different ways. Another way to do this is if you're using a marked deck, you would never have to look at them. You can shuffle them all you want, and then as you reassemble the deck, if you have a good marked deck, a good reader deck, you can just pick them up in such a way that you can see the king and put it on top. An even better idea, and I'm not doing this, I'm using a regular deck, but a better idea is if you used a stripper deck. Put the king opposite direction, in other words, stripped. Then you could shuffle the deck all you want, boom, 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 shuffle it up, and then with a quick Hindu, because of the way stripper decks work, bring that king right to the top. I think that's a really good way to do it. It's a super good use for a stripper deck. If you've got a stripper deck, do this. It's a great trick. If not, get one. Should have a stripper deck. Okay, anyway, we'll get to this part where they're going to cut the deck, say stop. Okay, we're going to put this half on the bottom, this half on top. So you cut the deck. Now let's look at the 9 cards you chose. Now, watch what I'm doing. It's very important that the force card ends up in the middle card of this little rectangle we're making. So I just kind of count them out like this. That's why I didn't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I kind of counted them wonky so I have a reason to kind of throw them this way and that way because I need that one to be in the middle of the whole thing. So I went like that. There's probably a better way to do that actually. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or something like that. So it doesn't look like you're doing them in any particular order. And they aren't in any particular order except for that one. And then the rest of it just works. As long as these corner cards are turned upside down, and remember it's the corner cards that have to be, it won't matter the sequence. What will happen is the King of Hearts in the center will always be the opposite of everybody else. Right? So when we go like this, keep your eye on that one. You'll see how this happens. We go like this. We go like this, doesn't matter. See, that King of Hearts is still down there. In fact, if they choose to flip this over, you'll actually see it, and that's okay. So, or if they go like this, they won't see it, and that's fine. If they go like this, just cut the deck so it goes in the middle. But if they go like this, it's okay. Say, okay, let's give it one more flip and one more cut, like this, boom, boom, boom. And that way it ends up in the middle of the packet, right? Just keep your eye on it. And then you'll go like this, and you'll see that it's the only one. So let me do that again. So we have the King of Hearts in the center, and the rest of the cards, wherever they want to be, right? These have to be like this. So what I'm saying is you want to keep your eye on that because you don't want it to end up like on the top, face up, or even on the bottom by itself. So that's why I cut the packet at one point, but you want to kind of keep track. So again, let's say it goes like this. Say they do this one first, and then they do this one, and then let's say they do this one, and then we have this one. Now, if they go like this, you're going to see the King of Hearts for a second, and that's okay. Just go along with it. Say, okay, go like this. Let's roll it over again, and then let's just cut the packet like that, ta-da, and it's covered. Okay? Spread them out, and it's done. Self-working, King of Hearts, and you're good to go. All right, I think that's just a fun trick, really easy to do. I mean, I really focus on, if you haven't noticed, these card tricks on this channel are usually self-working, semi-self-working, very little sleights, you know, like a slip cut or a force, not a lot of card manipulation or palming or, you know, even I don't even do a lot of double lifts or finger breaks and stuff like that, because I just think it's, you know, it's just fun to do card tricks that are basically super easy to do and semi self-working like this one. This is an old trick, but a good one. You should try it, play with it, and see what kind of variations you can add to it. It's really fun. Try it with a stripper deck too, by the way. Hold it. Video's not over yet. I just realized I've been talking about the stripper deck. Why don't I just show you what that looks like? So those of you that stuck it out this long in the video, good for you. Here's a little bonus. So if you do this trick with a stripper deck, you can see that my force card can be anywhere in the deck. Right there's my King of Hearts. You can actually shuffle the cards, okay? You can do one of these if you want to. You can actually do this. You can even do this without retaining anything. You can do this and really shuffle and then cut. Right? Because the deck's stripped, all I have to do is one of these and I'm good to go. Where's my King of Hearts? Top of the deck. That's the advantage of a stripper deck. How did I get it to the top? Because it's the stripped card. It's reversed, right? Tapered or shaved, or whatever you want to call it. Right now it's in the middle of the deck. And if you can see that, maybe you can see that edge right there. You can kind of see it on camera, but more importantly, you can feel it. And I've got the strip edge that's protruding on the back of the deck like this. So I can shuffle the cards all I want this way. And with that King of Hearts in the middle of the deck at any point, all I have to do is one cut like this, boom, and I automatically move it to the top of the deck. Sometimes you miss, and that's okay. Sometimes you'll do that. You go like this and you won't quite get it. It's okay. Cut it again. We're shuffling, so it doesn't matter how many times you do it. But usually if you go like this, and like this, boom, there it is, boom. Because of the way it's cut, it slides right out with whatever packet you're grabbing, moves right to the top of the deck. There's your King of Hearts, boom. That's probably the best way to do this trick. If you got a stripper deck, if you got to do it with a regular deck, you can too. Now you got both. Either way, have fun with this amazing card trick.